just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Tennessee Titans.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Anthony Harris.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun, Tannehill. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Smith on the coverage.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill. Trying for Humphries, but it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Following the interception, Cousins eluding the pressure right. His throw is going to be incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Dalvin Cook.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd down, Cook. He's going to get this close to the 1st down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. A 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Flushed out right. Incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Bailey's kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Draw play, this is Henry. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill.
keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Tannehill now to throw. He's going deep for Brown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striking down the 47-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
On first down, it's Cook. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Cousins pass, intended for Kyle Rudolph. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. To throw is Cousins. And it's caught from the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. C.J. Ham. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
The score, Vikings 10, Titans nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Now it's Tannehill. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
First down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, It makes it tough to defend.
A first down carry for Henry. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. But he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A quick throw caught by Sharp. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21.
I love the durability of Kyle Rudolph. He hasn't missed a game for the Vikings since 2014. Always on the field, always contributing. They keep calling him a dependable target. He can be that and more. And remember, in the overtime win against New Orleans in the playoffs last year, who caught the game-winning touchdown? That guy right there, Kyle Rudolph.
It's caught, Smith. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. He's going to look and got his man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Again to Henry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards on the play as they try to chip away at this 16-point deficit. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
1st down, Titans.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll run on 1st down. Henry looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 17-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the 1st half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead.
This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
I think that's a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Here's Tannehill. And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown.
Number 84, Corey Davis.
Corey Davis there to make the grab. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. It's good, and that cuts it to 9 at 16-7.
16, Titans 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill, and now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
On 1st and 10, Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Jefferson.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Cousins.
He goes right back to Jefferson, and this one complete.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Cousins on 1st down. Incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph, but it's going to be 2nd down.
4-yard line.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold, Wingard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time you had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Cousins again. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a touchdown. Hold everything and flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Again, it's Cousins.
Looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Jackson. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. On play action, Cousins. And a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 43. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Still 9 remaining on second down.
To throw is Tannehill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And this one is right down the middle. And with that, they move ahead by a point here in this third quarter. So they got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and it finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
First down. Here's Cousins. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big one there for the Vikings. And even 50 yards.
At the 3-yard line.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the 3-yard line.
They try again with Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
On the play. It's third and goal.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's got it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be fourth and goal.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Interesting. A chip shot field goal here would give them the lead, but instead, they're going on fourth down. Throwing is Cousins. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
Conversion.
Now Cousins. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Following the interception, Cousins. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Looking here for Smith downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Right there on the coverage to knock that ball away was Mike Hughes.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. He's going deep for Brown. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing again is Tannehill. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Abdullah to return. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. B.C. Johnson there to make the grab. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Vikings 38, Titans 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Gets around him. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Henry, the ball carrier.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. This one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From From the gun, here's Tannehill. Complete. Smith has it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
A gain of 11 on the play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the corner, Anthony Barr, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure whatever the reason is. He better figure it out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. The 40, the 30, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter.
This is really impressive because when the offenses are running RPOs, things move very quickly. Fake, ball's out of his hands, and they're trying to hit him in the gaps downfield. And instead, the defender reacts so well that he makes a play on it, and the ball falls incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. And this is caught with the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 40, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Complete. It's Henry. Not much there, only a yard. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield, and he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the 50, it's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Stopped short of
So second and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. He'll get it up the middle. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
touchdown.
Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Vikings 38. Titans.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Number 30.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A gain of 13, it's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They run again on first down. Cook. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room.
Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the two-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now Tannehill. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
On second down, it's Cook. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a third down and 8. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Cousins to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. Down inside the 5 to the 4. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Cook. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And this will make it into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
Cousins here to throw. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his third touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
Final score, Vikings.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Vikings, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be